snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys, so I am here today to do a book review. The book that I'm going to be reviewing is Russian Roulette, which is book number 10 in the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horrowitz. I love this series. As I was growing up, I used to read them, I used to listen to them on CD, and I just absolutely adored this when I was growing up. And it's been a little while since one was released, but I believe that Russian Roulette was released earlier this year or last year, and I completely missed it. I don't know how I did, but I did. And the other day I ended up finding out that this was a thing and that this was a new release in the series, and it's actually the final one in the series, and I really had to get a hold of it and read it because I've read all the others, I love all the others, and I wanted to know what finally happened. So this is more of a companion story to the Alex Rider series than a kind of finale. It does round things up a little bit, but things have already kind of been rounded up in book number 9, and this one is actually told from a different point of view to all of the other books, and it's actually more of a diary of Yasen Grigorovich. Yasen Grigorovich is a bad guy in the series. He is quite a notorious character. He's the sort of person you don't want to meet because he is a hired assassin, and throughout all of the books, Alex Rider, who is our hero, is basically trying to take Yasen down, and Yasen crops up quite often throughout the books in all sorts of different sticky situations, and Alex has to try and defeat him. So I've always been interested in the character of Yasen Grigorovich. He's a really, really interesting one because you get little snippets of his past life throughout the Alex Rider series, but you don't really know very much about him, and he's very mysterious and he's very sort of quiet and laid back about his line of work, which is quite creepy when you consider that he is a hired killer. The thing I really enjoyed about this story is that we don't know very much about Yasen, but we know little snippets, which means that we already have a slight idea about what he has been through and what may have led him into his line of work, but we really don't know for sure. And this story really twisted everything I thought I knew on its head and made me way more aware of what has happened to Yasen, how he's got into this really dark situation that he ends up being in, and the kind of tragedies and terror that he has faced throughout his life, because it's quite a sad storyline, I will admit that. At the beginning of the book, he starts off as a very happy young child. He lives in a very small village in the middle of Russia, and his parents and his friends all go to school there and work in the factory there, and it's quite a nice little community of people all working together. No one really ever leaves his village, everyone's quite content where they are, but he has dreams of becoming a helicopter pilot one day, although he doesn't know if he really wants to leave the town where he's grown up because it's all he's ever known and he's never really been anywhere else. Suddenly his storyline takes a massive tragic turn when all sorts of things start to go wrong and his whole life is revealed to be quite a facade, and he's introduced suddenly to the truth and what has really been going on. He has to go away from his village and he has to make his own way in life, and he has to start finding out all of the things that have been kept hidden from him and start making his own choices about what he wants to do and where he wants to go with his life. And that really leads on to quite a lot of sadness and tragedy within his life. I absolutely loved Yasen's character. I think it's a great way to show a bad guy in a new light, because at first you think he is a very dark, nasty character, but as you go through the storyline you do see where that might have come from and you see why he's got into the situation he has. And you really get to understand that his character may not be quite as dark and creepy and scary as you think. He might actually have reasons behind everything he does. He definitely has feelings about everything that has been going on throughout all of the Alex Rider books, which is great. On the whole, if you have read the Alex Rider books and you enjoyed them, I see absolutely no reason why you wouldn't enjoy Yasen's story. I have seen people say that there are questions about various bits of Alex Rider books that aren't mentioned within Yasen's story. I feel like because it's kind of written in a diary entry, it doesn't need to have everything, and we only see a little bit of his life. We see some major points that lead him to becoming an assassin. We don't see everything that happened in his life. We just see up to the point where he decides, right, that's going to be my job, I'm going to be an assassin. And then it pretty much ends straight after that. But just the journey that we go on with the character, I felt like that really was a great thing to see, and I really enjoyed it. I just loved diving back into this world after so long not reading any books in this world, and I thought it was great. So I ended up giving this one a 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good, and I would definitely recommend it if you do like the other Alex Rider books. If you have read them, let me know what you thought because I'm highly intrigued, and if anyone has any complaints about this book, I would also love to know what you guys think about this story. So leave me comments down below and I will definitely chat to you guys in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little